Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd, and yes, this is on the chopping block. Chop! Chop, 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 chop! So this is the original one from the 80s, and I decided to sell my original one. I have no need for it. It's just taking up space. It doesn't fit with classics, and it is cool, but it's not worth me keeping. So before I jump into this, I want to show you all the problems with it. So if you do buy this, you're not like, oh, wait a minute, this thing was garbage. There is a lot of problems. So the original puppet, it's stuffed with some kind of tissue paper. It's how I got it. And he has rips all over. He is in bad shape. The paint is in bad shape. It is really bad. I've never pulled the tissue paper out, so I have no idea what the full inside looks like. But I'm sure it probably had sweaty little kids' hands in it at one time. So there's the puppet. This is actually in pretty good shape, so that's good. This trap, it has one side broken on it, so the tab is broken on one side, this side right here, so you can kind of use it, but not quite as cool as it used to be. Let me show you on the bottom. Let me show you. Pull the tree off really quick. Lock this back in place. There we go. And right here on this side, the tab is broken right there. That little white spot is where the tab used to be. And you can see it on the other side. The tab is still in place. It's just a little flimsy plastic dealy bob. I was going to try to fix it, but I'm not going to now because I'm getting rid of it. So there you go. And there is the foot trap. And the buckles that hold it together are actually still in pretty good shape, surprisingly. One thing I really like about this 80s tunnel right here is this has depth to it. And I know it sounds funny, but the idea of this being a cave and something dark and scary and spooky for He-Man to have to go inside and face his fears is cool, where as the new one, it's just a doorway. There's no deepness to it, no cave to it. They should have made this go way back deep, all the way to the thickness of this part, which is why they made this thing thick in the first place, was to make that cool cave, and they just made it like a little portal, you know, which is not, it's just a doorway. It's not quite as scary as a deep, dark cave like the original. So that part does stink that the original one has that and this does not, because that's a huge miss, Mattel. This should have been thick. Instead of making this brown little ramp here, just make a big, massive cave. That'd been way cooler. Anyway, I digress. I am planning on trying to fix the Origins one to make it more cave-like, but that's a different video. The tree has seen better days. Now, good news is all three birds are still on. They didn't break off. But the top of the tree has a crack all the way to the screw. The back of the tree has a crack. And so you can see that it has seen better days when it comes to the crackiness. The springs still work on the grabbing feature. I would be careful though. This plastic is really brittle. If you probably grab a figure, you're probably going to snap these tree limbs right off. But as of right now, they are still intact. In fact, I was tempted to scan this tree in because it is intact, which is, I guess, really rare. I thought the top was missing. I didn't realize that is really the way the top came originally, which is surprising as all get out. But there you go. Line up. There we go. So there is the tree, and that's about it. So this is on the chopping block. Starting bid will be $1, Mr. Krabs, $1, and then we'll see where it goes from there. And it will include the shredded puppet, poor little puppet, and of course everything you see here. I got one giant box. It will come assembled except for the tree. The tree and the puppet will be wrapped separately. So that is pretty much about it. Oh, I didn't notice this. There's some white marks right there in the top. So this has been bent at one time, maybe even rebent and unbent, but there is some white marks there. So beware. of the white marks on the door of this. There we go. Other than that, it's as in bad shape as it was when they first made it, which is not spectacular. I don't know why they did this to this toy. This toy has two deep functions. The cave, so that's why this is so thick, and then the jail, which is why it's so thick here. But because it's so thick, this thing is actually a mammoth playset. From here to here is huge. But then they made this thing so thick that you lose a lot of the height here. And then you also lose a lot of the depth because of the cave and the jail cell. But I imagine if I would have had this as a kid, but I didn't, I would have put it in the living room on the floor and had the whole living room be the play area, not just this be the play area. Because then if you got your figures, then you can run up here on the side, and this is just a mountain in the middle of your whole entire play field, not the actual plaything itself. Now, it is kind of cool is the stairs on here are made better than the New Origins one. And I'm not sure what's going on here. It looks almost like it's a jail window, but there's no jail back here. The jail's way over here. So I have no clue what that is all about. I've wondered that for a while. Why? It could just be a solid piece. Now, they do have some tree roots coming down here, which is kind of a cool little detail. Now, in the new toy, the tree roots actually come out and can grab a figure, which is kind of strange, but kind of cool. All right, let's look at the back of this before I get too crazy and end this video too quick. So here's the controls for the tree. I've never really totally figured this out. I thought I was supposed to grab on the other side. Maybe I got it twisted weird. There we go. Let me twist it again. There we go. Now you can grab on that side. And then the other control is right here, and this is to open up the jail. And so this thing pops the jail open. Here's the back side of those little vents, and you can see how much space is just wasted by these type of things. And yes, it is very dusty. Look at that dust. Anyway, hopefully this is good enough to explain this whole entire toy. It's in okay shape, not spectacular, not terrible. Oh, now I'm gonna break the tree before I even mail it out. And so, is that supposed to latch? Am I doing it wrong? Nope, I guess it just busts open. I guess it's so you can take He-Man and then pretend like he breaks out. Boosh! And He-Man escapes. But it doesn't really latch or lock. It's just sits there, so I'm not sure. But that is kind of a fun feature, though. You know, let's try it. Where is... We'll use my custom Fisto here. Ho! And he's going to bust out of the jail cell. We'll put his fist up like he just punched. You got to sit like an old 80s figure, man. Bend your knees. Oop. Don't break apart. There we go. And we'll close the door. Put your hand down. And then... Oh, you know what? I didn't get this lined up good enough. They pretend like he's using his fist and busting out. Oh, need more force, Todd. Fisto! Dun, 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 dun. Fisto and the Masters of the Universe. Ho! I am Malcolm, defender of the forest. Ho! And the forest animals. Secret powers revealed to me the day I held aloft my fist. Well, that wasn't good. I put the metal fist from him from Masterverse. So, that's kind of funny. And the head is from the original 80s Fisto. So, there you go. Alright, let me put this cage door back on now that I have thoroughly thrashed it around. Put that in, rotate it, There we go. All right, I didn't break it. Hooray! Anyway, this will be up for auction. Links in the description. Check it out. Starting bid $1. It is on the chopping block. Oh! Good journey now. Oh, I'll actually him say it. Good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell.